Hey guys, welcome back to Articulation, primal. We love it some what?
Transformers.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the Kingdom series. We're going to be taking a look at Optimus Primal.
George.
And who? Yes.
Optimus George.
Optimus George. Yes, this is what she's named her Optimus Primal is George. Let's take a quick.
Optimus George.
Optimus George. I keep getting it wrong. She's like, "What are you doing? His name is George. I will love him. I will cherish him. I will hug him. I will treat him as one of my own.
I will squeeze him.
I will squeeze him." So here we have the wonderful box art. You do have this little bit of a seeing his face here. The size is deceiving. We'll look at that and we'll talk about that. But you do have the artwork, as my wife always likes me to point out. You have. Oh, wait a second. I don't see a crying baby. No crying babies.
Really?
No crying
You're not
babies.
sad anymore?
All you have is no children. No children are allowed to come near this toy. None.
They don't have
None.
to cry about it?
They don't look like they have to cry about it anymore. So that's it. And it does come with a collector's card. I have misplaced mine, but it is the Predacon or the Predacon's Dinobot. Lord, brain explode. So without any delay, let's take a look at George. Here, wait a second. It's not George. This is the wrong ape. I don't think this ape transforms.
But that was George too.
But this is the wrong ape. I don't. Did they put the wrong one in the box? No. Here he is. You have Kong and George, and we're going to take a look at these two together. They both have really wonderful head sculpts. As you can see, they both come with their own weapon. Kong has his little axe, and Optimus Primal George, aka George, has his two blades on his back. So this gives you like a little bit of a size comparison of the two. Very, very cool, very nice, very interesting transformation for this guy. So the first thing up that you're going to see is that, yes, you can tap his swords into his back there, but we're going to just take those off for a second and do a little size comparison. Let's take a look. He's got a nice head sculpt, really nicely done. I do like this. I like the chest mold. You do have a little bit of white showing. Then with that, and a little bit of red. Now this part here tabs in. Mine do not stay tabbed in that well. So we will we'll talk about that. But you do have his monkey feet. And his monkey feet, you know, can, if you want to, they do move around just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And he does have articulation in his wrist. His hands, open and close. And then he has his bicep rotation, which is very, very nice to have. But if you go this far, you'll start seeing the white. And so you're able to do this. And then you can move the hand here to make it go down to the front, which is also nice. The head sculpt, head can look up. You do have a little bit of a gap. Not much of a gap because it's more black. But you do have that for the articulation. You can turn his head this way. And you get him in some really cool ape mode looks. Really, really good. Real good. And it can look down. So that is pretty much it for the ape mode. Not a whole bunch that you could do. I mean, you do have the fact that you have the arms, and the arms can come together like this. I don't think that's what a gorilla sounds like, but I might be wrong. So you do have this. I do have to say, I'm a little bit like, okay, you know, it's like, is this like his trunk? Like you're going to put your groceries in the ape's robotic butt, and then just close it up? Yeah, that is a thing. But hey, overall, Hasbro and Tomicara have done an excellent job with this figure. I really do like it. Yes, you do have a little bit of the robot foot kibble in the back here, and you do have that issue there. But overall, it's a very dynamic figure, especially if you just want to have him in display mode, where he's going to be displayed in his ape mode, where he can stand next to another ape that's just as cool as he is, and they could be the best of friends. Yes. So that is that. That is that. So let's go ahead and get into his transformation. So the first thing you're going to do is just lift up his tailgate here. rotate that around, and then you're just going to hinge it down like so. Okay, then you're going to come back here, you're going to untab his feet just like so. You're going to bring down the robot foot. From that, you're going to spin around, bring his legs down just like so. And you can, which I think is really cool too, because if you want to, you could have him displayed this way if you want to do that. And that gives you another size comparison of how big he actually is. He's actually a little taller than Kong, but he is a Voyager class, but he's not a Voyager size, so we'll get into that too. So the best way I found, and this is very, very tricky, this has been a nightmare, and Revan decided, hey, I want to come chill out with Dad right now. You do have to kind of take his arms, and I pull my arms already up because that's that little butterfly part, and then I just take my finger and I wedge it. Come on. Come on. There you go. Just like so. Extremely tight. Extremely scary. What you'll do then is you'll take his head and you will pull it out. It has a slider. So you'll pull it out. Take this head and just rotate it around. Then take this. Rotate it around. Like so. Close everything back up. Take the chest plate here, and you're just going to swing it around like so. Then you're going to bring all this down. Make sure everything's in there like it's supposed to be. Wait a second. This is the tricky part. There we go. And then there's that, and that's for clearance issues. And then you're just going to bring all this down. And oh, I forgot one thing. You will need to in the robot mode, you will need to bring out the shoulder cannons in robot mode. It is not something that you can like keep down there because it's very much compacts. So make sure you remember to grab these out. I wish there was an easier way to get these guns out than the way they have it. They have like a little tab that you're supposed to be able to take your fingernail and spin it around, but like I said, everything on him is extremely tight. So I have to dig my finger in here to get it started, and then slowly bring it up, and then I just collapse everything down, bring this down, that's down, and then everything will start to tab into place like it's supposed to. Don't make me out to be a... Don't try me today. Don't you do this. Don't you do this. You beautiful ape face. Don't you do this to me. Come on now. You can do it. You know you want to. You know you want to. Don't fight me. And then that goes back like so. Then you bring this all, and everything will start to collapse where it needs to and tab into place. If I can get his head to... That's the thing, getting this head to go into the position that it needs to go, it is a little tricky. And then you bring that down. A little bit of clearance issues. There's that. Now tab everything into place as so. Bring these, tab this to the back like that. You now have the shoulder cannons right here. And then with the arm, you're just going to rotate it around. And you just bring the shoulder pads up till they click into place like so. And there you go. Optimus Primal is all done. All done. He's got some very nice elbow bend here, knee bend. He's definitely got some kicks. Leg can go all the way there. We can take his arm, bring that out, bring this out. His legs go out so far like that. And if you lift up the little butt flap here, he does have some range right there. Foot's on a rocker. And the cool thing is that if you pay attention, there's a ball joint and a ball joint here, but it looks like it's moving up and down. That's some really cool things there. And then last but not least, you will get his swords, where we know that Articulation Primer always misplaces everything. They are very easily just slides in here. Close his hand up if you want to. And Lord have mercy, I just had the other sword. Where's the other sword? Why? Why? I wonder if a cat just came by and stole it from me. Nope. 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 But it was close. They have been known to do that. My cats are like ninjas. They sneak in, they take what they want, and they leave. So there you have also with his swords. Overall, I love this figure. I think it's really well done. I think it's I think the Kingdom line so far is actually more superior than the Earth Rods. I think we're going back to like the Siege, where you're having, you know, you got a little bit of kibble, yeah, but overall, aesthetically, they look awesome. And I have to say, this is one of the best Optimus Primals we have ever gotten. And so, head could go up, goes down. It is on a ball joint, and it can go almost all the way around, but it does not. Now, I do want to show this. Now, he is a Voyager class size, or a price tag. I think that's because of all the articulation, all the extra pieces. I'm fine with that. If you're giving me where I don't have translucent plastic like we had with the Earth Rods, I think it was way too much translucent plastic used for the Earth Rods molds. I really do. I kind of like for them to go back to how it was with the Siege. I'm willing to pay a little extra money for no translucent plastic, great paint apps, very detailed. And yes, here is Cyclonus next to Optimus Primal. As you can see, there is a huge size difference between the two. But it doesn't mean this figure is any less of a figure. Matter of fact, this is awesome. Now, you go by the weight of these two. And when you go by the weight, he is a little heavier. He's got a little heavier plastic. And I'm fine with that. And this is a little lighter, not so much, but it is. And overall, dynamic figures. Again, size comparison. Bam, bam, we got a Kong. And I really like this. I think this goes to show you the love that they are sharing with this line. It goes back to the Siege, where you see those Siege characters and you're like, wow, man, this is like Cybertronian. This is like what us G1 fans have always wanted, is this type of Transformers. And Beast Wars fans are going to be just as excited as my wife, who is a big Beast Wars fan, is excited, and she's excited about George. But you do the size comparison with Rat Trap, and that's perfect. Absolutely, like, perfect. I think overall, you know, and I think overall, this is an absolute must for your collection. If you're a Beast Wars fan, this is an absolute must to have in your collection. And I can't say enough good things. I mean, he does have a waist rotation. I forgot to show that off, but he does have a waist rotation. I don't know. I can't say enough about this guy. I think this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I think that art teacher, my wife's going to probably keep it in gorilla mode. So unless I get another one, then I probably won't see him in this, because this is her figure. So she can have her and display it any way she wants to. And I think she wants to do them all in the in their animal modes, their beast modes. And I think that's cool. Overall, very nice details in the swords. Sorry about the light. There it goes. Nice details in the swords. I mean, they knocked this thing out of the park. It looks phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I am so stoked for the Kingdom line already. I was a little let down with the Earthrise because like I said, the translucent plastic was a little bit much for me. And having it be in translucent plastic that's completely painted over time, that's going to be something that's going to eventually probably flake off. I mean, you take a look at Master Far's channel, he talks about Prowl, and how his Prowl had also started to flake off from the one that came with Ironhide that was an Amazon exclusive. I don't see that with this. I see this lasting. I think it's very detailed, and I think it's extremely awesome. I love there is this hard plastic. It's not a texture, but I mean, not a soft plastic, but I do dig the hair. I mean, they really gave this figure some love. They really did. Highly recommend it. If you find it, snatch it up, keep it, love it, and call it George. As my grandfather always said, hold on to something from your youth, you'll never grow old. Look to the stars, grab one for yourself. Bye, guys.